Hey everyone, I'm Eka here from my self-publishing blueprint.com, and this interview, very special guest. We got Jason Bracht, and Jason, the original gangster, the OG for the Kindle publishing world. He's been publishing books for years, and I'm super excited about sitting down with Jason because he's exactly what you want to build for your Kindle publishing business. He hasn't touched his books in years, yet he's still making a few $1,000s every single month coming in, pure passive from his Kindle publishing business. So, Jason, man, welcome to the channel.
Hey, thank you, Omeka. I'm very happy to be here, man.
Excellent. Hey, I know you've done some interviews before. I know you've told your story 110 times already, man. But for people just finding out about you for the first time, because I hear you're coming back to the scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna be launching the YouTube channel back again. Some Kindle publishing stuff. A lot of really the tagline is pretty much what they didn't teach you in school. So
loving it already, man.
We're gonna be delving into everything from how to save money traveling the world to I'm interviewing an individual here in the next couple of days, a good friend of mine who has made a lot of money like flipping vehicles and flipping houses, so stuff like that. Kindle. We're going to be getting into a bunch of stuff, so
that's cool.
You guys can check that out if you're interested.
For sure. I'll make sure I'll link up everything in the description box below for you. But man, let's hear your story. What? Just go for it.
Yeah, man. My whole life story is that's a whole nother ballgame. For this purpose of this interview, we'll go to Kindle, and I started in November of 2013. So my son was born in September, and I was like, you know what? I really need to, make some more money. Like, I was running a pretty successful eBay business at that point, and I had some e-commerce stuff going, but I wanted just to diversify. Came across some YouTube videos, literally just kind of, sort of lollygagging and eating dinner one night. I'm watching videos. I'm like, oh my Lord, this makes a lot of sense. Actually, the video that I watched was Stefan Palerno's, and he was talking about, hey, like, here's what you do: you publish these books, you put them on Amazon, and it's passive income. And that really, obviously you're pretty much a new parent yourself, so how valuable your time is. And
totally.
So the whole passive income thing really spoke to me. And what I ended up doing is I sort of went on my own at first. I literally went through every YouTube video, like weird little webinar I could find, and I was just like, let me just see what I can do on my own, because I pretty much got the concept of it.
Right.
I pretty much understood, like, here's what you need to do, and here's how you need to do it. And I think I put like 10 books out in 2013, and none of them really did anything. And then I just continued to like perfect it and evolve it and learn from trial and error. And in like, I want to say it's been a while, man, but I want to say in January of 2014, I cracked $10,000 in book sales. Nice.
And
then I just continued to keep going. My biggest month was probably a little over $20,000.
Wow.
So that was pretty much my story as far as, just scaling the business. I ended up putting out, I want to say, like 200 books. And many of you guys know this, and I don't write all the books myself. I wrote a few books, but for the most part, I would outsource the entire process and just think of myself as a publishing company. And so that's pretty much it. And then I started doing a bunch of YouTube videos on it.
Excellent. So, how long? So, was that a year that it took you to really scale up from getting going to 10 to 20 grand a month?
No, it actually, back in the day, man, it was a little easier. There was less competition.
Yep.
It was, you could get in there and really crank a book and hit a home run. This is actually before the Pages Red thing came out. So, like, if someone just bought your book,
you got paid.
It doesn't matter. Which I actually kind of like. I'm not a big fan of the Pages Red thing. I don't like that. I feel like, like, I've got a bunch of books on my shelf right now. Like, I don't know if you can see them, probably over here.
Yeah.
I haven't read a lot of them, and but they still got paid. You know what I mean? That's just a little rant. But
you know who is a big fan of it? Jeff Bezos.
Well, Jeff Bezos,
he's probably right.
He's a smart businessman. Actually, I think he just became the wealthiest individual in the whole world.
So
man. But yeah, man. I don't know. So Yeah, no, it only took me 6 months, dude. It took me basically, well, yeah, no, 5 or 6 months, man, because I really started going full bore in 2014. That's when I was like, oh, like, this is something I can do.
Right.
And so it took me about 6 months to really ramp up and get to that to the 20K mark, and then about 3 or 4 months to the 10K mark.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, for those of you watching, the industry has changed so much since then. So let's not, you know, jump. It's still good. It's still lucrative, but there's definitely way more strategy required today than there was back then, for sure. And that's that's like anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you want to be. I was on one of the first waves of that whole publishing movement.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I don't even know when Kindle publishing even really began. Honestly,
No clue. Yeah, maybe as early as 2010.
Huh?
You said 11. I said 2010.
Yeah, I would say around that.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
I mean, I would have to go back. That's probably a good video to do. I mean, just
Yeah.
getting Kindle publishing and whatnot. But yeah, man. So I was on that first wave, and yeah, for those of you watching, probably if you haven't ever published a book, I'll just tell you, it probably won't happen like that for you.
Yeah.
You can, like Emeka said, you could probably still make money, but you will not. I won't say you will not, because you definitely could, but it will be harder to do than I did it, and some other people that even there was people that I came up with that were doing even more than I was.
Right. And that's one thing I always talk about in some of my other videos is when you're searching stuff, especially about Kindle publishing, and that's the space I'm in right now, so I can only relate to that. But, you know, if you're watching a video that's more than 2 years old, just take everything they're saying with a grain of salt, because those techniques might be outdated. Even those techniques might not even be allowed anymore. You know, so it's so key to make sure that you're still getting relevant information from people who are, you know, who are still in the industry. But thinking back to, you know what, we haven't talked about income yet. When was the last time you actually looked at your KTP account, and how much money are you bringing in from those books currently?
I think I looked at my KTP account like last week, because I run ads to it. I don't know how. Do you talk a lot about like running ads?
A little bit, yeah. Okay.
So I run some ads with just the Amazon marketing service stuff. I don't do like Facebook ads, which I think, you know, some people have had some good success with that. But I literally just run what do you call it, AMS?
AMS ads, yeah.
I do okay with it. Like, I have a couple of books that can I log in and check?
Yeah, man, go for it.
But give your viewership some raw numbers, man.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
So with my KDP, I'm probably making anywhere from 3 to sometimes 5, but probably more towards that $3,000 a month. Now, CreateSpace is doing pretty well. That's usually pretty steady. I usually get, you know, $1,500 on that. Kindle, depending on, you know, the month and whatnot, you know, $1,000, $1,500. So, and then audiobooks, you know, I usually get $300 to $400 on that. So I'm actually logging my CreateSpace right now.
So around $3 to $4 grand or so a month.
Yeah. So like right now, on September 22nd, I've got $500 USD on CreateSpace, 100 Great British Pounds, which I think that's like 140. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're sitting roughly in 70 or 35 euros. So we're probably sitting about 700 right now in earnings on CreateSpace, and then I'll probably, you know, we'll close out that month. I'll probably get close to 1,000.
Right.
So that's CreateSpace. Let me look at my KDP dashboard as far as my ads, because I have one ad. So like, I have one ad that's doing really, really good. The other ones haven't hit. So let me see. I haven't looked at this in a while. So
Yeah, it'll be a surprise, huh?
Yeah. Let me see, reports. And then we're going to go to ad campaigns. Here we go.
They kind of changed it around, huh? On how you get to your ads, like it.
So I've got, okay, boom. Let's see this. Clicks. Okay. So I've got one that I've spent $478 on, and it's brought in an estimated total sales of $1,264 with a 3783 ACOS. So
It's not bad.
that one's been my best one.
Now, hey, question: does that take CreateSpace and ebook sales, or is it just pure ebook sales from that?
That's just pure ebook.
It is. This is something I was talking to Dale about. Are you doing any marketing with your paperbacks? What are some options?
Nah, dude,
No.
Dale is the guy, man. I actually, Dale came over a couple months ago, dude, and he was dropping all this knowledge on
Right.
I go, dude, I just said, hey, look, I think you're the most knowledgeable person on self-publishing in the entire world.
Yeah, I would second that for sure.
He knows so many things, so like he would be the guy, but I know I think he's running ads on his CreateSpace books.
Yeah, no, he is. And I tried to get in there, and you kind of have to do it like through this vendor express thing. And he instructed me how. He's like, play dumb, they're going to deny you, play dumb. And I tried it, but they kept denying me. And they tried calling me, but I'm on, for some reason they couldn't call me on my Mexican phone. But yeah, I don't know if they didn't know how to call international for some reason, but they should, because, right? It's Amazon, right? So, but anyway, so it looks like I kind of got out of luck, but I didn't fully understand what's the purpose of promoting your paperback. It's on the same page. They're just gonna pick paperback or ebook or audiobook. Who cares which one's getting promoted as long as it's getting promoted? But so that's why I was like, whatever. But no, that guy is he's like a freaking encyclopedia for self-publishing.
He's got so many different.
Like,
I mean, you're up there too. I mean, you've done 100 videos, and well, more than 100, but like you did. I mean, so I'm assuming you're going through and trying to research new stuff every day just to come up with video content. So
yeah,
you know.
Now I just called Dale.
They just call
Yeah, I just.
Hey, I get some help. No, dude, that's pretty much it, and that's like another thing that might give some value to your audience is like, yeah, I've got a lot of these ads running. Most of them they suck. Most ads that you run like are just not going to do well. But
Okay.
we'll find a few that will kick some major butt. You know, don't want to say
Right.
cuss words.
Yeah.
Get monetized.
But
Yeah, man, kick some butt if you go ahead and just test and test on your.
Were you using anything like KTP Rocket to get the extra keywords or anything like that, or was it just like blood, sweat, and tears, like old school style?
Just old school, man. Like I don't even like. That's the biggest like thing that I could tell anybody is like when it comes to like Kindle or any marketing or any business, dude, just do stuff. Like you can get programs and stuff, and like courses are great, but like end of the day, man, like. I have so many people, like my buddy wanted to start a YouTube channel, man. Great dude.
Film a video. Film a video and publish it, right?
You know, a lot of people want to ask a million questions, like, oh, how should I, like, do like, that's the fun stuff, like buying cameras and all that, that's all fun. I'm like, pick up your phone and just do a video. Like, I've got my first video that's got like 100,000 views, shot on like this piece of junk webcam, like, horrible mic, but if the content's good, people will like it, you know?
Yeah. No, that's so true. That's so true. And you know, it's getting started. The all you have to do is just start. Like, stop asking questions, stop watching videos, just do it. Because that's so key. Because the hardest part is that just once you get that first one done, right? Once you publish that first book, you film that first video, whatever the case is, you'll have so much confidence. The second, the third, the fourth, before you know it, you've done 10, and the ball starts rolling there. So that's cool, man. That's cool. Okay, so so you're making like $3,000-ish. You got some ads going there that are obviously profitable. When was the last time you actually published a book? Do you remember that?
At least, I want to say 2.5, maybe 3 years ago was the last time I've done a book.
So your expenses are next to nothing. It's just the
Pretty low.
ads.
Just those ads. I mean, that even the ad, like the lifetime, like I said, lifetime spend on that ad is the one that's I'm spending a lot of money on is $400. But I mean, that's really, I mean, it's an expense, but I'm profiting.
Right. So it's yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, my expenses are really nothing at this point, other than just just,
And like $3,000, that's somebody's mortgage.
it's good, yeah.
Right, like that's.
Sometimes I forget about it. Like I'm thinking, like I get paid. Like at the end of the month, like I'll get all these emails from Kindle.
Yeah, I wish you could unsubscribe from those. Those are annoying. Like they just send you. Right.
I have 3 accounts too, so like I have my business spread out over 3 different accounts.
Right.
And so yeah, I get like
3 times as much.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? Let's just dive right into that then. Let's talk about that, because I can't just go open up a KTP account tonight, put my name on it and go, right? Like you gotta have a company and open it, and you want to just explain how that really works?
Yeah, so I wanted to like diversify. Like one of the big things when you're on a platform like Amazon or eBay or like anything that you don't really own that platform, and they can just say, you know what, like, if you've broken a rule or if like anything, you're done. I mean, this happened to many people. So I was like, you know what? I had a bunch of books on my just original under my social security number, and then I went and got an EIN, which whatever country you're in, it's going to vary a little bit. But you create a business entity, and your EIN is essentially your social security number for your business, and then you just set up an account under that. So I did that, and then I created another one. And that's all I have. I probably won't ever get any more.
Right.
It just was, to diversify the portfolio, if you will, to make sure that I didn't, if I did something wrong on one account, which I wasn't. I was playing everything by the book.
But you still want to be careful, because it's Amazon and they're weird like that.
They're sticklers, man. They're very customer. Like I would tell anybody listening to this, man, they're such a customer-centric business that like they do everything to protect their customers. So
Yeah.
if you're doing anything in your stuff that might be even borderline, gray area, you need to clean that up, or you need to diversify. So if you do get hit, then you can still have an income source somewhere.
Now, how important, this is one thing that we talk about inside my self-publishing blueprint in my course, is how important is trying to take your business off Amazon, like collecting the emails. I've even, should be finished tonight, tomorrow, finished building a website for one of my niches and put all my books on there as well. Some other products that I can sell and make some affiliate sales on as well. But how important is that you can get that customer's info from the email?
I would say it's definitely important. I would say that if you're a newbie though, I would say just focus on Amazon, because when you start looking at let me create an email list and like let me do these websites, like people get overwhelmed.
Right.
So I would say like make some money just on Amazon, and then go through your course and learn how to do it and then do it. But like, I mean, just focus on getting some success on Amazon, because I've seen far too many people get mired in I need to do this and this, and they just never do it. But no, that's good, especially if you have a niche. Like if you're like in the dog niche and you're collecting all these people who are dog lovers, there's
Right.
so much you can do with that. You can take that whole email list, upload it into Facebook, create lookalike audiences, all this stuff. You can market your book there on Facebook. You can market to them, like just like in the dog niche, you could market like dog collars and dog pendants.
Totally.
So it's very, very important, and it's something that you could do to like, potentially make even more on that back end if you do that right.
Yeah, it's definitely more an advanced skill that once you fully understand publishing, once you're making money and you're doing that, it's a down the road plan. But no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, what are you spread out in a lot of different niches? Do you focus on more specific niches? What are your thoughts on those two different strategies there?
I was all over the place.
Were you?
And I kind of like niched it into like an author. Like one author would be like a health and holistic person, The other person might be like a bodybuilder. Another person could be like a gardener. So I was trying to put but I wasn't as strategic as probably I should have been. I probably should have actually, done it a little bit more strategically and built a little better branding. I did okay, but there are people that did it a lot better. And I think that's like really the best way to do it, is just build that whole entire brand around that author. But I tried. My thing, man, it was just like, I just wanted to make some cash.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, and I didn't want it to like overwhelm me, and I just wanted to make it easy. And I pretty much had everything automated, man. I had, obviously my writers were doing my writing. My VA was uploading my books. Like, it was just the traditional like 4-hour work week in that regard. I was just not touching my business as much. And that's kind of another reason why things, I would say, fell off, but like didn't do as good. So I probably should have been a little bit more invested in the day-to-day operations, because there were some things that if I would have like signed off on it, probably would have done a little better.
That's good that you bring that up, right? Because I think sometimes people think about trying to hand over the reins too early and outsource too early. I've been a stickler on that myself, just doing everything myself until it gets to the point where, okay, if I upload another book to KTP, I'm gonna pull my eyes out, right? Like, then I was like, all right, I'll get a VA for that. And I'm just at the point now, I'm going through the process of training my VA manager, and he's been handling everything, and we're going through the first full book process together. So I really only talk to him once a week, and he's running everything. But is it important to make sure you do that at the right time, or you just do that when?
By the time I ended up hiring, like, obviously I hired writers in the beginning and stuff like that, but like by the time I hired like a full-time VA to do all that, like it was probably 7 or 8 months into it before I was like, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to upload these. You need to, help me with the descriptions and everything. So. Yeah, I mean, it was a while, and I definitely agree with you. I feel like you should learn something, like even Ty Lopez talks about this a lot. Like, he's like, if you're gonna have someone come over and give you a quote or like do like work on your house, go on to Wikipedia. Like, let's say you're getting like plumbing work done.
Yeah.
Go on to Wikipedia and just like research. Spend 30 minutes researching a little bit about that subject, so someone doesn't come in and try to fleece you on a job. You know what I mean? So
right.
I'm a big believer, and you should have the knowledge before you, like you're saying, handing off the reins. And,
yeah.
That's a recipe for mediocrity. If you're just like, what, I'm not even going to be good at my own business, but I'm just going to like hope to God that someone else can do it for me. You're not going to be successful if that's your thought process.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, man, let's start wrapping up here, but you want to talk a bit about where you're headed? You want to be coming back to YouTube? I want to give you a chance to kind of, because it sounds like you got some cool stuff coming up, and it sounds like a lot of my viewers and followers might be, intrigued. So here's your chance to kind of plug yourself and just go nuts.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So I was looking at kind of my business and like where I'm at, and like I'm doing e-commerce now. It's like pretty much my full time, how I'm paying my bills, how I'm making money. And I really stopped doing YouTube videos because my YouTube channel was primarily Kindle publishing based, and since I wasn't doing Kindle publishing anymore, really didn't make a lot of sense for me to be out there talking about Kindle publishing on YouTube. So I just stopped really doing, and I really never set out to be a YouTuber, but
it just kind of happens, huh? It just kind of happens.
It just kind of happened. I started putting the videos out, and people liked them, and then I started putting more stuff out, and so, I created a whole group of people, a Facebook group that people go in there, and, we got a couple thousand people in there, and so I started saying to myself, like, you get like, I'm sure you get them all the time, you get comments, and you get people messaging, hey man, thanks for that video, dude, it really helped. And I was like, man, you know what? And I like doing YouTube. So as a YouTuber, it's always a struggle to come up with content. Like, what can I say? So a couple weeks ago, I just sat down. I started writing down like hundreds of video ideas that I could do. And like I told you in the beginning, the whole premise of this new channel, the Hustle Project, is literally all about stuff they didn't teach you in school. Like I've done so much stuff in my life, that I feel like not only can I offer value, but I feel like some of the people that I bring on can offer value as well. and hopefully change some people's lives and give them a new perspective. And
Totally.
I'm able to spend all the time in the world with my son because I don't have to go in and punch a clock. Like I can, go to Tennessee, we go on trips, and that's kind of my whole philosophy there. So.
Man, I can't wait for this to start blowing up, because that's the exact message that I got into this because of freedom, right? Just because I don't want to be a 9-to-5 type of guy. Like that's just, there's no freedom in that. Like there's just what, you go to school, go to work, and then die. Oh, and you get to live a little bit in between. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
That's not the right way to live.
That's not living, that's just waiting to die. Most people in this world just wait to die. They don't live a life, they just wait to die.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
yeah, man. So I'm super excited about watching some of your interviews with the guests that you bring on, and I'll be sure, like I said, to link it all up so people know how to find you. And you're coming out of retirement, man. This is exciting.
Yeah, I'm coming. I've kind of like peeked my head out before. So I did an interview with this dude Zachy about a month ago.
Yeah.
I've done a few videos here and there, but the new game plan, man, is to I'm gonna batch my videos. So I'm basically gonna record all my stuff like on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you do it, but like you get into a flow when you do videos.
Yeah.
Like I start, like, oh damn, I might as well just do another one since I'm in that state right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the type of guy, especially with my life now, like to be able to just like pop in and like do a video. Because I'm doing like, I've got the backdrop, I've got, we're doing.
You said you got a whole studio going on, right? So
so we got the whole studio set up, getting the soundproofing, all that. So it's just quality, hopefully good quality.
Awesome.
So try to knock them out and then release one at least Monday through Friday, hopefully 7 days a week. I don't know if I can rock it out like you, man.
Bro, you can do it. If I can do a video a day for 100 days, you can do it,
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the confidence.
That's awesome. Hey, man, thank you so much for taking some time to chat. I know it's late for you, it's late for me, but I appreciate you making some time here, and I can't wait to see what you're coming up with on your channel next, Jason.
All right, man. Thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let me just stop that.